fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Batmobile from the upcoming movie The Batman, due out later this year. And this is kind of cool. This is Spin Master's first time doing like a specific movie or TV show tie-in line. Now they've had a Batman line going on for probably the last 2 or 3 years, and it's been great. The figures and everything have been really fun, but it hasn't been tied to any specific piece of fiction. There's no TV show, there's no movie. So this is the first time they're actually getting licensing for a specific movie or something, and I think that's kind of neat. So we have the Batmobile here in this really open style packaging. It's really just secured to this piece of cardboard here. The Batman figure included is just tied into the back there. You can see it does say it has 15 plus sound effects, so I don't know what that means. 15, 16, 20, just more than 15, I guess. There's a button here, so we can try it out. Sometimes it just starts making sounds on its own, so that might happen. But you see there's an LED here underneath the hood. There's some LEDs and things back here as well, so we'll take a look at all that. Should be pretty cool. Spin this around to the back real quick. You can see that it talks about moving it around. Now, I don't know if just moving it sets off the sound effects, or you always have to press the button. We'll check that out. The doors do open, which is pretty cool. And then you just have this crazy pic of Batman on top. I don't know if the figure can actually get in this pose. I guess we'll see if we can replicate it. It says lights and real engine sounds. Okay, everything else is just that in a different language, so I thought there was more to it. But anyway, that's a cool picture. I like that a lot. It looks like there's some lights down here as well, so we'll have to check all that out. But yeah, very excited for this one. I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here it is out of the packaging. We'll start with Batman first. I think he looks pretty good. I don't think it necessarily looks like Robert Pattinson, but they did the best they can. It's not a bad-looking Batman. So I think the head is on a ball joint. I can't honestly tell. You have a certain amount of side-to-side movement, and then you do have a little bit of a tilt up and down. Now, I don't know if that's intentional or not. That might just be maybe mine's loose or something, but it does kind of seem like you can kind of tilt it a little bit back. So again, I'm hoping that's intentional, but just to zoom in a little bit more on the face just so you can see. It's, again, not terrible, but not the best. I feel like the eyes are a little off, but they do kind of seem to follow you no matter where you go. Batman's always watching. Anyway, so here's the rest of the figure. He looks pretty good. I like the bat on the chest. I think that works. You know, he's got his tactical gear and everything here. Kind of two different shades of black. You have kind of a darker gray, like charcoal black, and then the really dark painted black for the accessories and things like that around his person. You have the nylon cape. This is pretty much what we're used to for this line. The way this is packed, this is kind of inside the cardboard when he's attached to the back. So as you pull him out, this kind of comes out. And it gets a little crinkled. And you can also see, which I think is kind of weird, it's connected like one place in the back, but it has these two like tabs that stick out. And I'm assuming you're supposed to kind of like line them up so that they kind of stick under. Now, I don't know if I pulled mine out and they're supposed to be under there. I don't know, but they look a little weird. Again, I don't know if that's something I broke, but it looks like it's meant to go and be connected. It's just not. But it's a decent little cape. You can also see that the peg hole in the back was removed. And because of that, there's no peg hole in the cape either. So, otherwise, pretty much the same articulation from the line that we've seen, or I should say the other Batman line that Spin Master does. You have the hinge here in the shoulder, as well as a rotation. And you can go pretty much all the way around. This little piece here, this hard plastic cape, gets in the way a little bit, but not too bad. You have a 90-degree bend there in the elbow, as well as a rotation. I don't think we have any movement in the wrists. No, I believe that's a solid piece. Yeah, that's not moving at all. Nothing in the waist, but you do have a ball joint here in the hip, so you can kick out pretty far, kick forward pretty far. Can't really go all that far back because of the butt flap, but you have a thigh swivel. You have a knee joint. And usually the way these figures work, or I should say the way the other Batman, the Caped Crusader line works, you have a hinge, and then you have a rotation above the knee joint. Here, it's actually below the knee joint. It's actually in the boot. So the rotation is here in the boot, just below the knee joint. But it's still a fair amount of articulation for a 4-inch figure. I think he looks pretty good. We'll have to wait and see how the suit looks in the movie. From the trailers and everything, it looks pretty cool. So I'm assuming it's going to look pretty similar to this, which I'm happy with this. I think he looks cool. Not bad. So we'll put him off to the side just for a moment so that we can take a look at the Batmobile. Let me zoom out here just a bit. I actually really like the design of the Batmobile. It's a little bit more simplistic. It kind of just looks more like a car than, you know, a Batmobile that's traditionally like tricked out and everything. This kind of looks more like a normal car. But I kind of like the streamline here at the back. And that kind of simulates, you know, bat wings or ears or whatever you want to think of it. But it's cool. I kind of like it a lot. It's actually got real rubber tires, which is nice. I was pretty impressed by that. It rolls very well, very smooth because of those rubber tires. You have lights here in the front, which also kind of have the LEDs light up a little bit underneath the hood. You have opening doors here. And if we can see inside, there's not too much going on inside here. But you have a steering wheel. The steering wheel does move, so you can actually turn that side to side. You have 2 seats there. You kind of have like a shifter there in the middle. It's hard to see. Maybe if I open this up, we can get some light in there. You can kind of see there's like a little computer here, so you can kind of, you know, look up some stuff while he's driving. It's not like a classically teched out Batmobile, but it's still pretty cool. And then both of these doors close very easily and click into place. They just have kind of like a little tab just to kind of catch it. You can see right here. And that just kind of clips there just to hold it there. And then you have all of the engine back here. This lights up. This actually lights up here as well. The tail lights are painted, so they're not. They have no LED in them. But overall, I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. Putting him in is not too difficult. We just open this up. We're going to just bend him at the hips. And then I kind of just like to grab a hold of the cape so it doesn't get in the way. And then you just want to make sure you can tuck the legs in. And then he slides right in. He looks good behind the wheel. We'll zoom in. Pretty cool. And he's also got room for a friend over here, so you can fit Selena Kyle or maybe even Penguin. We'll see. Not that Penguin's his friend, but maybe if he captures him, he'll want to bring him in. So how the electronics work, underneath there is a switch. Right now it's on off. There's a try me mode, and then there's just an on. I think it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, this one is try me. There's 2 bars here for try me and 1 bar for just on. And then this is where you would change the batteries if you need to. You just unscrew that. And I think it takes 3 AAAs, but they're nice enough to include them for us. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. And you can see the LEDs there in the front. It's really nice. It's like an entire bar. Really, really nice there. So if we hit the button on the top. So you get a couple different sounds from hitting the button on the top. And then you get a couple different sounds from like rolling and driving it around. Sometimes you just get sounds from it feels like making sounds on its own. It's like some kind of echo sonar sounds, kind of cool. So I think we've gone through most of the sounds there, but if you just kind of roll it around. And you can see that the flames actually light up when you drive around. So when you're hitting the button... Alright, settle down. When you're hitting the button on the back, you get the lights in the front to light up. But when you actually drive it, all the flames come on. So I think that's kind of neat. It makes like screeching sounds and revs up like he's driving. And then just sometimes, again, makes sounds because it wants to. So I really like this one a lot. I wasn't sure about this Batmobile design at first, but I will say it has really grown on me as I keep watching more and more of the trailers and things like that. And I think Spin Master did a really great job with this toy. It's a really sleek design. They did a great job with all the lights and sounds. You have the headlights here in the front, light up flames in the back. You have sound effects from hitting the button back here, plus when you actually move the car, it does more like specific driving sounds like the screeching and the revving of the engine, and having the accelerator flame here in the back actually light up. So I think they did a really nice job with this. The 4-inch figure that comes with it looks great. Nice articulation, fits very well in the car, which is a big selling point for me. And you can actually fit 2 figures inside, which again, a big selling point for me. So I really like it. You have actual rubber tires here, and because of that, it rolls very smoothly. It's a great toy. I really recommend this one quite a bit. It's easily my favorite Batmobile that Spin Master has done. The other 2 were okay, but I just think this one really has everything you want in a Batmobile. So I cannot recommend this one enough. If you're in the market for a 4-inch Batmobile, or I should say 4-inch figure compatible Batmobile, definitely look no further than this one right here. I think they did a nice job. Now, it is a little bit pricier. I think it was around $35 or something like that. But it does have the electronics and everything, and I think that's why. Plus, it comes with the figure. The figures usually retail from anywhere between 8 to 10 on their own, so I think it makes sense. But yeah, I really don't have too much to complain about this one. Sometimes it makes sounds on its own, which can be annoying, but it's got an off button, so no problems there. If you're having enough, you can easily switch it off, and then when you want to play with it again, pop it right back on. So very, very cool. Definitely cannot recommend this one enough, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.